Hey everyone, it's Spike with ThePaganVlogs, and this is a video response to spiritual disrespect. And this is a very interesting topic, and I feel like I should address this. If you haven't seen the video that was posted and that I'm responding to, go check it out. But, I hear this person's frustration. I really do. I hear their frustration, and perhaps they'll think that because I'm not at that point yet in my own development, and because of the fact that I am fairly newer to all this, I've only been into it for about a year, I know I don't have everything figured out. I think that I'm getting a good grasp of it. But, you know, everywhere I hear that this is the way to do it, this is the right way to do it, and there are some people out there who are telling everybody how they need to think, how they need to see everything. You say don't listen to people, but what are you trying to get us to do? Is what I'm going to ask you is, what are you trying to get us to do? You know, it seems like you want us to value your experience. But that seems to be exactly what you're teaching against, is us seeing someone's experience and valuing it and valuing what they say. Granted, I think that sometimes that goes too far, because people think that experience is all that matters. What about the experiences that people have had throughout all their lifetimes? What about the heart of a person and their connection, their deep connection to the divine? That is valuable, as is experience. It's all valuable. And as to what you say, you consider it disrespect. You have to be very careful when talking about disrespect, because it could be considered disrespect to others that you don't follow their particular religion. It could be considered disrespect to God by others. And I think that many people see your video, frankly, as disrespect towards their path. I'm not disagreeing that your way of doing it is wonderful, but I feel like it's a lot better to encourage people to go out into the woods and experience, to go out into nature and experience, to develop a relationship with the universe and with the earth. That is a wonderful idea. But when you put down people who are sharing their path and sharing what they know and sharing what they do, then what you're doing is you're actually condemning people who really have something positive they'd like to share. Nothing is wrong with sharing your crystal collection, or showing people how to do a spell. In sharing your crystal collection, you're sharing the joy and the energy that you feel from those crystals with the whole world. You're sharing that. By sharing a spell, you're sharing the energy that it had for you and hoping that it can work well and have a positive energy for others. I think that it is something that we should do and something that we should experience. People have their different ways of doing things, and I think it is far more effective to show when someone is misguided than to completely assume that people are attracted to the path for all the wrong reasons. And those who are attracted to the path for wrong reasons never really go that deep into it. Or they leave it quite quickly. That, or they find the true meaning. Of course there are exceptions to this. There are exceptions to this within any spiritual path. But from the many people that I've spoken to, I truly do feel that people who are truly serious about this path usually do have a fairly good understanding of it. Or at least they will reach a good understanding of it, if they haven't yet. And so, what is the need to condemn one way of looking at things? What is the need? You acknowledge and you say that people are sick. But people are also good. People have the ability to do a lot of good. And that is something that we should bring out in ourselves. That is something everyone should do their best to bring out in themselves. Of course people do a lot of harm. Most people don't know it. A lot of people don't care. That is a part of our growth, is trying not to harm the earth. I know it sounds crazy that part of our growth is trying not to harm the earth. And that does tell us how far from the earth society has gone and that our culture has gone. And becoming a pagan or getting into New Age practice is not going to save the earth. It isn't. I'm sorry. What will save the earth? If people learn to care. If people start to do good. That is how we make the earth a better place, is by doing good. And yes, speak out. Acknowledge injustice. But there is no need to criticize if someone's way of spreading what they know to be good in their lives. There's no need to criticize that. Because it's spreading good. Maybe not what you want to be spread. Maybe not in the same way you'd like it to be spread. And maybe people aren't going to reach where they need to reach in the way you want them to. But we each have a different path. I don't think that anyone on here's aim is to disrespect. I know mine is certainly not. I don't see it as disrespect to share the knowledge, however little or however great. Share our thoughts. There's no disrespect in that. What there is disrespect in is in disrespect. And so I request that you consider whether you feel you're being respectful to us or not. I mean, to the people you talk to. And I request you deeply consider how people could better show respect. And share that rather than just criticizing. I know that you shared a way that people can practice, but each person's practice is different. Each person's path is different. You say there's one truth. What is that truth? Is my question to you. If it's so secretive, then how can you know that it's true? You might say you know it deep within, but you don't know that your truth is the same for everybody. Just because you feel it doesn't mean you can force it. So rather than proclaiming that you have the truth, if you do indeed have some great truth, live it. Live that truth. And that's the best way of sharing it. Thank you for watching. Peace. Spike here with the Pagan Vlogs. Blessed be.